A lot of y'all probably not gonna get this one though. But for those that is really, really tapped in, um, with like, the spiritual beings on the other side, your loved ones, it's only though a few of y'all just won't understand this, right? But I can literally feel when a spirit is touching me. Now don't get me wrong. I don't let any spirit touch me, and not all spirits and any spirits touch me. But like when my husband is touching me, I can literally feel that shit. Like I'm sitting here right now and bro, it's like this is how the only way I can explain it. Imagine like a soft rub across your skin, right? So soft, like almost like if somebody used a feather. That's what it feels like. And it's like when he first passed away, I used to be tripping out, right? Because I used to feel this sensation like in my head when I would be laying down. And so I used to be telling my mom and everybody like I can feel when my hair grow. Like my scalp is like tingling. I can feel when my hair growing. And I used to be like, girl, you cannot like feel when your hair growing. I'm like, I swear to God, I can feel my hair growing, right? And even before my husband passed, I would get this feeling in my scalp like randomly. Um, and now I realize it was my grandmother. But when my husband passed, I was getting it all the time. So before I was actually like reading for people, I was getting readings a lot because I wanted to, it was healing when it came to my husband. It was healing when it came to my daughter. So in one of the readings, the lady was like, and remind you guys, I don't cap on shit. Like I got receipts for everything. I may not have every reading that I have gotten, but I got most of the readings that I've gotten, especially back then after Lyric and Lulu died. So anyway, she was like, yeah, so that tingling sensation that you feel in your head, she was like, you're not tripping. She was like, your husband rubs your head at night. He caresses your head. And I was like, the fuck? And you always got to test the spirit with the spirit, you know? So I had to think about my husband and who he is. And I'm like, he totally rubs my head. Like, I was the head rubber when he was alive. I rubbed his head. He had the perfect fucking peanut, like, perfect little hook in the back. He had the perfectest head. So I was the head rubber. But because of him comforting me through grief and because our loved ones that pass and cross over and that are deceased, dead, whatever you want to call it on the other side, they still miss us and love us. They still physically miss being able to do physical things with us. So it's his way to comfort me. And yeah, he was rubbing my head and he still does. But just now I felt it on my arm. And I was just downstairs in my kitchen cooking and I felt it on my fucking thigh. But I didn't have time to stop and really think too much about it. I just kind of touched my thigh. Like if you feel like an ant on you, I kind of just did that to my thigh and continued cooking and shit. But it's like he waited till I got upstairs in my room to sit at my altar because I am at my altar, guys. I'm at my altar. He waited till I got up here, sat down and relaxed to rub me. Like, you gonna know it's me. But I'm saying only if you know, you know. Only those who are really tapped in know. You can feel it. Um, some of us can see it. I've seen spirits. I've seen him. Um, and some of us hear. But yeah. Hi, Baba. But yeah, I just want to share that. It's amazing. It's really amazing. The the strength, the power, the magical um energy that we tap into when we are no longer in his vessel. And people might say, well, I don't never, see my loved ones or feel them around or even dream about them. Because I get clients like that that tell me all the time, like they don't really have dreams about their husbands or their boyfriends or their children or parents who have crossed over. My bad, y'all. Chosen was tripping. I had to give him something to drink and lay him back down. Um, but what I was saying was, I get a lot of clients that's, tell me that they struggle to like, dream or like even just connect with their loved ones or whatever on the other side who passed away, right? And so um I have a little bit of like advice. If you are struggling and you feel like you have like it's just like a wall up or energetic block when it comes to um somebody on the other side that you're trying to connect with. First of all, they need energy, okay? And not in a way like a vampire, like they gotta suck you dry. Like no, they need energy, meaning that if you don't mention them, if you don't talk about them, if you don't acknowledge them, if you just leave them for dead, which death is not a real thing. No one actually die. Um, we transition, energy transfers, but nothing ever dies, right? We're not fucking flowers. We don't die. We're energy. We're humans. Um, in we are spirits in human bodies, but our souls are forever. Okay, just to say it like in baby terms, our souls live on forever. But these souls, they need energy. And when I say energy, I'm saying they need you to acknowledge them. They need you to give them libations. They need you to pour into them. They also need you to heal after losing them. When we are struggling, and we are grieving, and we are sad, and we are just vibrating really low, because sadness is vibrating really, really low, right? Not intentionally to vibrate low, but you are when you're in an energy of sadness, right? Because happiness, when you happy, what you feel like? You feel like high on top of the world. So when you're sad, it's a very, very low vibration. And so we can't really lift them and give them energy when we're vibrating so low. And because we cannot give them energy, it's hard for them to give us energy in return. Okay? Now, like for example, my husband, he was able to visit me almost like every fucking night for like the first year of his passing. And I don't remember doing a whole lot to like fill his cup energetically. He just somehow was able to do that. So it was like he was using every ounce of energy he had to morph into my dreams, because we don't dream them. They actually come to visit us, which is why it's called visitation dream, because they visit you and it feels like a visitation because they are coming to see you, not vice versa, not you intentionally going to see them. It doesn't work like that. So he was able to, maybe it was even karmic energy that was left over on this side, or I don't know. However, he had enough energy to visit me for a while, but I eventually had to snap out of it and get out of that like energy of crying all the time and being sad all the time. And I had to like find happiness and find a way to see the beauty in his death. And I know that that is a very mature, like, how can you do that? How can you find beauty in someone's death? But you can find beauty in absolutely anything, and it's all up to you and the person. I yeah. Yes, absolutely. I eventually learned to find beauty in my husband's death because I thought about all the things that he no longer had to suffer and deal with, like his addictions, his drug addictions, like worrying about being arrested and being and sitting in jail and prison for years and shit at a time. Um, the depression that he faced. Just all these little things that he no longer had to deal with. I found beauty in that. You know what I mean? And I also found beauty in the fact that the things that we did get to do together and all the things that he did get to do while he was here. So once I was able to do that and I was able to have this higher vibrational energy, then he was able to start doing more things and come and show me that he is still here energetically in other ways. But yeah, I don't know. I just start rambling about this. Somebody must need to hear it. But yeah, my husband, he randomly likes to touch me. That's not crazy, huh? But no, like rap me, and I just know he misses me. Just like I miss him, he misses me. And he knows that I know it's him, so I get it a lot now because he knows it, like our spirits will never scare us. If they know that you're scared, they're not gonna come scaring you. Your loved ones will never do that. But when they know that it's them and you're okay with it and you're comfortable with it, then they will show up more. So usually it's just fear blocking us. Fear can block the connection. So once you have no fear, you know that it's them, and then will come to you in many, many, many ways.